Hey everybody, Dr. Howard Cohn, BioStacking Summit with the one and only Craig Goldberg from inHarmony Interactive. Guys, you could be an expert in a lot of things, but there's only one relaxation expert, and that is Craig Goldberg. Now, you may go, wow, what is that? What does that even mean? So I met Craig when I really needed to relax. I had a lot going on. I was at a conference and we talked for a hot minute about biostacking, which is where we are today. And this guy biostacked me, which was great. And I got a chance to enter the sound lounge, if you will. I got a chance to enter into his music meditation world. I got a chance to be stacked with all these other things that he uses is through BrainTap, you know, Patrick Porter and BrainTap, and our friends at Align Mats, which he stacked in on top of his, you know, Relaxation Furniture, which he's going to tell us about. And then we had him handed in Avicen. We know our friend Danielle from Avicen. And so that was laid in there. And our friends from Avant had an Avant laser on me. And then what else did we have? I think that's maybe a couple more.
That was pretty, I mean, that was powerful. Oh, well, of course, and the inHarmony technology underneath it.
Yes. Well, that was the foundation. So talk to us about, I mean, you've got a lot going on. A lot of people are talking about the app that you have where they can just immediately get to music meditation and just immediately get in a relaxation state. So we're going to talk about sound, vibration, light, and how you've biostack those together. Yeah. And then our good friend Patrick Porter, who has taken BrainTap around the globe and has the most elite athletes to the people trying to get their health back or people just want to get out of that sympathetic overload. And then your music meditations are now infused in there. And so people can experience that even if they don't have access yet to a sound lounge and the relaxation furniture, which I really wanted you to talk to these guys about because it'll what we call take you away. How you've biostacked, really, you're the essence of biostacking. So super excited to have you here. In this segment, I want to really dive into these specific products that you created and why you created them and how they're different and how they biostack together, because it's the whole concert all at once that had me literally. I was there. We're at a show. There's a million things going on. It was the most non-relaxing space.
Totally.
Yet I was out cold in 30 seconds.
Out.
How'd you do it to me?
We were admiring just how deep you went as fast as you went. It was pretty awesome.
I have video evidence that you guys are holding ransom.
Indeed, there's a lot of really good video evidence. Indeed. I appreciate that, Doc. Look, that's what happens when you lock incredible friends with incredible technologies in a room for 3 days at a conference, and we're like, we can do this. Let's do this. Let's put this. How about that? And that was just a beautiful cacophony of technology and great minds to pull together an incredible experience. And it wasn't our first time doing that. These are, you know, Danielle, Patrick, Mike, Alyssa, Rick, these are dear friends, and it was an honor really to create that for you. Patrick Porter jumped on next, and in fact, after you, everybody else wanted to jump on. Can I do that? Can I do that? Can I do that? And we were all kind of down one experience because everybody was thrown together one after another, and really just a beautiful example of friends and family that want to help, that want to bring value, and have these different modalities that all do similar things with a different approach for this biostacking combination that's a wham bam thank you ma'am kind of let's do it all at once. And you were the perfect example of exactly how powerful that could be. By the way, we traveled across the country for this, right? So you and I were both traveling from the West Coast to the East Coast. I was exhausted. I know you were exhausted. You had to speak. You were doing interviews. It was really a beautiful experience.
So you're a certified vibroacoustic therapy practitioner. So you're not just a guy who's made some devices to sell it to the public, but you come from the space of being in the trenches of helping people get in this state, knowing that if they don't rest and relax, they are not going to heal. And you created simple, easy, fun, super cost-effective ways, even ways to, like, even if, again, if they, before they even get to you, they can immediately get on your app and have it in their hands, in their ears.
Even before my app, you can stream us for free on YouTube. So look, I think here's the thing that, look, technology can be expensive. It's expensive to manufacture. It's expensive to distribute, move, ship, all the things. We wanted to find ways that we could deliver value to anybody who has access to the internet, right? Mm-hmm. So we do post our music meditations. Those are the experiences that we create up on YouTube. Yes, we have our app. And yes, I've got 9 years of study into what's called Vibroacoustic Therapy, vibration, acoustic sound. So I study sound and vibration and light and how it impacts our physiology, our neurology, our anatomy. And I love having this conversation with chiropractors because you understand the neurology of the body, you understand electric flow through the body, you understand water and our capacity to adapt to our environment. Our body is basically a big antenna. We're constantly coming into and out of what we call harmonic resonance with different frequencies that we're presented with, whether that's audio frequencies or electromagnetic frequencies. But we're basically constantly picking up and coming into and out of that harmonic resonance with the people around us. So many of us are running around stressed and anxious. And the body only has one reaction to stress. That's the sympathetic nervous system response. Whether that's stress, and look, I'm not here to tell you, get rid of all the stress in your life. We need stress. Stress is good. You go to the gym, you get that pump, you're stressing your muscle, it comes back stronger. So stress is a really important aspect of growth, and it's a really important aspect of strength. I want to mitigate how we are triggered by the world around us. And look, just saying the word triggered for a lot of people that are listening might actually trigger them just by itself. And I want to change the visceral reaction that your nervous system has to external stimuli. Because for the most part, you can't control what's happening around you. You can only control how you react to it. And if you're calm and relaxed, you stay level-headed. You stay focused, you stay driven. There's nothing that can throw you off kilter. But when you get stressed and anxious, man, the littlest rut just throws you for a loop, and you could be out for hours or days. And I want to limit that. And that all comes down to hanging out and spending more time in that parasympathetic nervous system response. And I believe sound, vibration, and light is a powerful way to get you there.
So walk me through the different layers of how we experience what you've created for the world. So first of all, thank you on behalf of everybody, because one of my favorite things are people that what I would call Robin Hood the experience for people by giving them a way to, without before you even spend a penny on anything, have an experience. So putting it up on YouTube so they can experience really some of the best of your music meditations is really priceless there. As we know, what you give comes back tenfold. And you know that there's a lot of buzz around what you're doing, not just because of that, but because the experience of that, then going to the next level of having to dive into all that you've put in this app, which makes it simple and easy and super cost effective for people who want to play for like dollars a month to have that experience, and then finding their way either to a sound lounge in a clinic or health spa or gym or all the different places it is. And then you've also made it even cost effective for people to have what you would call relaxation furniture, a full sound lounge themselves in their own home for their family to use, for their business. So can you walk us through the different, what I would call ways to play with Craig Goldberg?
Absolutely. And I appreciate that. Look, I really think everybody deserves to feel their best. And really at the core of what we do, it's about optimal human performance. I think most of us wake up every day wanting to make today the best day possible. And that's obviously it's a mindset, and there's a lot that comes into that. But I truly believe nobody wakes up like, I'm going to make today the worst day I possibly could, right? Like we want to pull together as many tools as we can to help guide us to make today a better day than yesterday and tomorrow a better day than today. And there are tools that we need for that. Because if you listen to that self-talk that's in your head, if you listen to the voice that's telling you not to do something or you're not enough or you're not loved, Creating a space that allows you to charge forward for me is really important. So our technology, our music meditations, the music that we create is really geared to help calm and relax the nervous system. So that I'll give you a great example. I have 4 vehicles. I feel very blessed in order to do that. I got to go to the DMV. I got to get them registered. I could usually do it online. I transcribed the number wrong. My registration didn't go through. I got a letter from collections from the DMV, which by the way is a huge pain in the backside to deal with. Then they said you can send me a personal check. I sent a personal check. I haven't written a personal check in 3 years. I forgot to sign it. So then I got a letter back from them that said, hey, thank you for sending the personal check, but we can't deposit it until you sign it. Now I have to go to the DMV. I was there yesterday. She was like, there's 528 people, no joke, 528 people in front of you. You're going to be here all day. I was like, I can't do that today. She was like, great, come back tomorrow. So now I'm going back after this interview. Okay. All of this is to say that this amazing society that we've co-created is a huge pain in the backside, that there's hoops to jump through, and it's not a political statement. It just is what it is. And there's always more to do in the day than there is time to get it done. So why not be cool, calm, and collected as you do it? So right now, playing in my house, I have our inHarmony music meditations that are streaming through YouTube. I do recommend having a Google subscription so there's no commercials. It's playing in my house all day long. It keeps this calm and relaxed demeanor about my house, and everybody who walks in can immediately feel that. The space is filled. It's not an empty void space. It has some frequency playing through it. I happen to be playing the heart chakra, and it's all about love and gratitude because I want to be here to serve and to be here with everybody. From there, you can pick up what you called relaxation furniture, which, by the way, also it didn't exist. I understand the words that we're using, but it describes exactly what we're doing. You could sit on a regular chair, or you could sit on a chair that has vibroacoustic therapy built in, and let's talk about what that looks like. So this is called a tactile transducer. It's got our name on it. We make them custom for ours. Inside, this is a magnet that oscillates back and forth. Certain number of oscillations per second is a hertz frequency. So 20 hertz is 20 oscillations per second. And we move in and out our frequency music that we create with specific tones and specific drone notes that are pulled out. Think long, deep bass notes versus a kick drum. And it's designed to bring the body into that harmonic resonance that we talked about before. You don't really need to understand the science, although I'm happy to dig into it as much as we can. We actually perceive sound through our sense of touch, these mechanoreceptors that are in our skin. From the tips of your fingers to the tips of your toes to the top of your head, these mechanoreceptors are sending signals to your brain, transferring or translating changes in pressure. It's the same thing like when you go to a concert, you feel the bass against your chest. That's a pressure wave that's hitting your chest that's sending a signal to the brain. It correlates with what you're hearing, which creates this 3-dimensional, fully immersive audio and physical experience that makes you feel as though you're inside the music. It's why going to a concert and sitting front row is so enveloping and so enthralling for us. It's because of that stimulation to the nervous system. That music, whatever music moves you, is medicine. We all know whatever, like your favorite song comes on and you're like jamming to it. Your mood picks up, you enhance. That could be hardcore, rock and roll, house music, reggae, hip hop. It doesn't matter. Whatever music moves you is music. And inHarmony relaxation furniture is a delivery mechanism for that music directly to your cellular matrix without using 500,000 watts of energy that projects the sound and disturbs your neighbors. In fact, quite the opposite. You're laying on the sound lounge and somebody standing next to it can barely hear or feel what you're experiencing, and you are having this visceral experience. So the relaxation furniture you mentioned is really just a delivery system for sound and frequency to the body that your body then becomes entrained to. BrainTap has really proliferated brainwave entrainment or physical fitness for the brain. It's why it's such a great marriage between the two of us, because I've given Patrick our music meditations. He has programmed his visor to activate, so you can actually sit on an inHarmony meditation cushion using a BrainTap, any of our technology, wearing a BrainTap, and you will be hearing the same things you're feeling with the lights synced to the experience. You want to talk about BioStacking? It's one of my favorites. We call it the cocoon experience because you feel like you're enveloped in this cocoon of sound, light, and frequency. All of a sudden you start stacking these with other technologies like infrared, PEMF, crystal therapy, the Avicen, the Avant laser. All of a sudden, and you just have your biology is getting served your biology is, instead of reacting to the world around it, which can be overstimulating, it's being taken into this parasympathetic, guided into this parasympathetic nervous system response, and the brain follows right behind it. So when you're listening to our music meditations, I call it relaxation from the outside in. So as your body begins to hear and feel, as those electrical signals begin to go to the brain just starts to feel relaxed. So it kicks in these chemical cascades associated with that parasympathetic nervous system response. And before you know it, you're just mellow and relaxed and maybe laying down with your mouth open, out cold, sleeping, enjoying some much needed rest. And this is one thing that I'll kind of end with, and maybe we could dive into this a little bit deeper. A lot of people ask me about sleep. Hey, can this help me with sleep? So here's the deal. Sleep and meditation is nothing more than a conscious perception of a slower brainwave state. Sleep and meditation is nothing more than a conscious perception of a slower brainwave state. Your brain doesn't sleep. Craig recognizes my brain as sleeping when I lay down to go to bed, but my brain is actually moving in and out of different brainwave states and rejuvenating my body so that I can prepare for the day ahead. And when we're not sleeping well, meditation is a close second, but using these technologies can help you to get into that parasympathetic so that your body can do the things it was so miraculously designed to do when we get out of the way and allow it to perform the way it was so beautifully designed to perform.
Well, I mean, I actually love it. I mean, when someone asked me about it when I did it, I said it's kind of like a functional nap. You know, it's like
Nailed it.
it's a facilitated functional nap that has all the things while you're napping.
So look,
And
you were
napping.
it's a fantastic way to explain it. So you, because again, that's the perception of what's going on, right? It's like the ultimate power nap, right?
Yeah.
Especially when you're biostacking all of that together. So on the visor, you were listening to inHarmony, 174 hertz. My body is aligned. Those frequencies that were coming through the inHarmony 0G were focused on calming and relaxing the physical aspects of your body, muscles and bones. You were listening to and watching on the visor a theta brainwave state. So we were taking you down and holding you in theta for 11 minutes. That 11 minutes in theta is equivalent to about 2 or 3 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
Just that 11 minutes. So when you start to talk about optimal human performance, you start to talk about peak performance, and you start to talk about how to optimize your day. There is nothing better than maximizing your downtime so that you can accelerate your uptime. And I think that's one of the things that as overachievers, because I know the pace that you keep, and it's similar to the pace that I keep, and it's similar that Patrick and everybody else that wants to bring these incredible technologies to the world, we don't really rest well or often. There's just so much to do, and I'm so excited about it. It doesn't feel like work. I love what I'm doing. I love who I'm working with. I just want to do more of it. But the reality is the body needs downtime. So I want to maximize my downtime and get as much rest and relaxation I can in the shortest period of time. And that's where biostacking really comes in. No, like combining these different technologies. I have an Avicen on my couch. I use it on a regular basis. I have an Align mat here. Combining these technologies creates that cacophony that I talked about before that allows you to maximize every moment of downtime, because your downtime is as important as your uptime, and you're only as powerful in go time as you are during your downtime. So I want to maximize that as best I can, and that's a great way to say it.
Well, I mean, as you describe it and see it, I mean, man, 11 minutes. I mean, you know, we're grown and raised in a culture of coffee breaks, thinking that we need it just to like take a break from the craziness. But man, a sound break sound vibration and light break sounds a little more functional. And I rather than like the breakout rooms or the coffee rooms, it would be smart for most businesses in the world to have a sound room where you can just go lie down for 11 minutes and just come back. I would imagine the measurable workforce production, injury prevention, just rejuvenation, and just overall satisfaction with like work environment would be a lot better if people were able to do it. So
Nailed
I
it.
know that's probably part of the mission. Maybe I'm just talking to what you're probably already doing.
Oh yeah.
So how does one, so there, some people are on here and they're learning about Craig and what he's been doing, and you as a therapist, you as a co-founder, you as this person, the president of inHarmony that has put this together. And so what are the ways I get started? How do I find where you're at on YouTube? How do they find their way to the app and that experience? And if somebody wants to get, which I highly recommend, some of this, what I would call relaxation, you call relaxation furniture, to really facilitate it, how do they get their way to do these things?
Absolutely, and I appreciate that. So we're one of the easiest people. I'm one of the easiest people to find on the internet. I'm super Googleable at this point because we've been doing so much advertising and so much sharing. We create a ton of content. It's all focused on education. It's all focused on teaching with a simple invite. Our website is iminharmony.com. Two most powerful words in the English language, I am, because anything you put after it, you are. So why not be in harmony with the world around you? I am in harmony. At the bottom of our website, you'll find a link to our YouTube channel, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. We're pretty much posting on 4 or 5 platforms a day, twice a day with that educational content. We are going to have some discount codes available. That'll get you 5% off. So make sure you reach out to BioStacking Summit. Make sure you follow up with Dr. Cohn and his team. And please enjoy that discount. You can find on our website along the top, you'll find all of our relaxation furniture. We have massage tables and our Practitioner 2. We have our Sound Lounge series and our inHarmony Zero Gravity Recliner, our meditation cushion, our app. We just launched some red light therapy. There's a ton of different aspects to what we do. It's obviously a lot to manage. If you have any questions, I'm the human being that's on the other side of our socials. We'll see how long that lasts. My team is in the process of launching Digital Craig and putting him out on the socials to kind of help me because I'm spread so thin. But anytime Digital Craig is going to be talking to you, that's my AI assistant, he will be very clear to say, I am Digital Craig, not Human Craig. So we're going to start delineating between the two of those, which is just crazy. But we've been working on this for the last 8-9 months, and he is me and I am him, and it's kind of weird to look at, but anyhow, if you have any questions, myself, my team, we're here and honored to support and help. And thanks for taking a closer look at what we're doing.
Well, Human Craig, thanks for taking the time to be with us in your embodied form. And we look forward to having some fun with Digital Craig as well in the future. Thanks for sharing everything about inHarmony Interactive. I'm super stoked. I'm excited. And I'm excited for the BioStacking community to experience all the great things. And the future looks bright. We appreciate you. And guys, we definitely want to check out Craig and the interviews on the BioStacking Summit. So we're going to also talk about how he got here, the mastery behind the products. And we're going to do some fun stuff in the VIP section. So you always want to be a VIP with the BioStacking Summit. So Craig Goldberg, thanks, buddy.
You're welcome. Thank you.